Chapter 3, Part B. We left off Part A looking at one way to classify types of ad agencies, and specifically that way was by geographic scope. You can also classify ad agencies by range of services. For instance, there are full service, general service, and B2B. A full service advertising agency supplies both advertising and non-advertising services in all areas of communications and promotion. Advertising services include planning, creating, and producing ads, performing research and selecting media. Non-advertising services run the gamut from packaging to public relations to producing sales promotion materials, annual reports, and trade show exhibits. With the trend toward IMC, many of the largest agencies today are in the forefront of interactive media. A general consumer agency represents the widest variety of accounts, but it concentrates on consumer accounts, companies that make goods purchased chiefly by consumers, things like soap, cereals, cars, pet foods, toiletries. Most of the ads are placed in consumer media, such as TV, radio, magazine, and so on, that pay a commission to the agency. General agencies often derive much of their income from these commissions. A business-to-business agency, or B2B, represents clients that sell to other businesses. Examples are electronic components for computer manufacturers, equipment used in oil and gas refineries, and MRI equipment for radiology. Most B2B advertising is placed in trade magazines or other business publications. These media are commissionable, but their circulation is smaller, so their rates are far lower than those of consumer media. Other types of specialized services include creative boutiques, media buying service or media agencies, and interactive agencies. Some talented artists, such as graphic designers and copywriters, have set up their own creative services or creative boutiques. They work for advertisers and occasionally subcontract to ad agencies. Their mission is to develop exciting creative concepts and produce fresh, distinctive advertising messages. Advertising effectiveness depends on originality in concept design and writing. However, while boutiques may be economical, they usually don't provide the research, marketing, sales expertise, or deep customer service that full-service agencies offer. Thus, boutiques tend to be limited to the role of creative suppliers. Organizations that purchase and package radio and TV time are known as media buying services, or media agencies. Media buying firms provide customers, both clients and agencies, with a detailed analysis of the media buy. Once the media package is sold, the buying service orders spots, verifies performance, and sees that stations make good on any missed spots or even pays the media bills. A heightened interest in IMC and digital advertising has led to a new breed of specialist, the interactive agency. Let's look at some tasks performed in an agency. Account executives are the liaison between the agency and the client. Large agencies have many account executives who report to management or account supervisors. They in turn report to the agency's director of accounts or client services. Clients and agencies give their creatives, meaning their artists and copywriters, a wealth of product, market, and competitive information because at its core, advertising is based on information. Therefore, before creating any advertising, agencies research the uses and advantages of the product, analyze current and potential customers, and try to determine what will influence them to buy. After the ads are placed, agencies use more research to investigate how the campaign fared. Account planning is a hybrid discipline that uses research to bridge the gap between account management and creatives. The account planner also defends the consumer's point of view and the creative strategy in the debate between the agency's creative team and the client. Ad agencies perform a variety of media services for their clients: research, negotiation, scheduling, buying, and verifying. Media planning is critical because the only way advertisers can communicate is through a medium. Changes over the last decade have made the media function even more important. Most ads rely heavily on copy, the words that make up the headline and the message. The people who create these words, copywriters, condense all that can be said about a product into a few pertinent, succinct points. Ads also communicate through layout and design. This is the job of the art directors, graphic designers, and production artists who determine how an ad's verbal and visual elements will fit together. A copywriter and an art director work as a creative team under a creative director. For print ads, the production department buys type, photos, illustrations, and other components, and works with printers, engravers, and other suppliers. For a broadcast commercial, production people work from an approved script or storyboard. Actors, camera operators, and production specialists help produce a commercial on audio tape or on film or videotape. One of the greatest sins in an ad agency is a missed deadline. If an agency misses a deadline for a monthly magazine, for example, the agency will have to wait another month before it can run the ad, much to the client's displeasure. The agency traffic department coordinates all phases of production and makes sure everything is completed and approved before client and/or media deadlines. Traffic is often the first stop for entry-level college graduates and an excellent place to learn about agency operations. The growth of IMC has caused many agencies to employ specialists who provide services besides advertising. Larger agencies may have a fully staffed sales promotion department to produce dealer ads, window posters, point-of-purchase displays, and dealer sales materials. Or, depending on the nature and needs of their clients, they may employ public relations people and direct marketing specialists, digital designers, social media experts, or package designers. When ad agencies first came on the scene more than 100 years ago, they were really space brokers or reps for the newspapers. Because they saved the media much of the expense of sales and collections, the media allowed the agencies to retain a 15% media commission on the space or time they purchased on behalf of their clients. In the process of creating ads, the agency normally buys a variety of service or materials from outside suppliers. For example, photos and illustrations. The agency pays the supplier's charge and then adds a markup to the client's bill, often 17.65% of the invoice, which becomes 15% of the new total. Let's look at fees. There are two pricing methods in the fee system. With a fee commission combination, the agency charges a basic monthly fee for all its services to the client and retains any media commissions earned. In the straight fee or retainer method, agencies charge for all their services, either by the hour or by the month, and return any media commissions earned to the client. Accountability is a major issue in client-agency relationships. With the incentive systems, sometimes called pay for performance, the agency earns more if the campaign attains specific agreed-upon goals. Some companies set up a wholly owned in-house agency or house agency to save money and tighten control over their advertising. The in-house agency may do all the work of an independent full-service agency, including creative tasks, production, media placement, publicity, and sales promotion. Advertisers with in-house agencies hope to save money by cutting overhead, keeping the media commission, and avoiding markups on outside purchases. Advertisers also expect more attention and faster turnaround from their house agencies, which know the company's products and markets better and can focus all their resources to meet its deadlines. In-house flexibility is often won at the expense of creativity. In-house agencies have difficulty attracting and keeping the best creative people who tend to prefer the variety and challenges offered by independent agencies. Yet the biggest risk for in-house agencies may be loss of objectivity. In the shadow of internal politics, linear thinking, policymakers, and criticism from management, ads may become bland and self-serving rather than imaginative messages relevant to the customers. Let's look at methods used to gain clients. Many good agencies get clients by referral from existing clients, friends, review consultants, or even other agencies. An advertiser may ask an agency to make a presentation, a pitch, anything from a simple discussion of the agency's philosophy, experience, personnel, and track record, to a full-blown audiovisual presentation of a proposed campaign. Some advertisers ask for or imply that they want a speculative presentation, meaning they want to see what the agency intends to do for them before they sign on. Agencies frequently find that the best source of new business is the people their employees know socially in the community. Some agencies work pro bono, for free, for charities or nonprofit organizations. Lesser-known agencies must be more aggressive. An agency may solicit new business by advertising, writing letters, making cold calls, or following up leads from sources in the business. Today, more agencies are advertising themselves. Many agencies submit their best ads to competitions around the world to win awards and gain publicity and professional respect for their creative excellence. These are the factors affecting the client-agency relationship. Let's look at media. The medium that carries the advertiser's message is the vital connection between the company that manufactures a product or offers a service and the customers who may wish to buy it. Although the plural term media commonly describes channels of mass communication, such as television, radio, newspapers, and magazines, it also refers to other communication vehicles such as direct mail, out-of-home media like transit, billboards, etc., specialized media like aerial, blimps, inflatables, specialized advertising items like imprinted coffee mugs or balloons, and newer communication technologies such as digital media, interactive TV, and satellite networks. We classify advertising media into 6 major categories: print, electronic, digital, out-of-home, direct mail, and other media. Due to recent media trends, there is some overlap. I'd like to finish by looking at the current trends in the advertising industry. In the 1980s, a consolidation left most of the famous agencies from decades earlier merged, dissolved, or absorbed, so that advertising was dominated by 4 enormous conglomerates. But in recent years, the ad industry has witnessed a countervailing trend towards small specialty shops and boutiques. This is because some advertisers are not happy with the quality of the creative work that comes out of the conglomerate agencies. Another industry trend has been the slow death of the commission system. From the perspective of many clients, commissions have at least 2 significant problems. First, they provide a powerful incentive for agencies to select media that are expensive and commissionable, like television, instead of media that might be more likely to reach and persuade consumers. Second, commissions encourage agencies to focus on the ad budget rather than on strategy and ideas. Throughout its history, advertising has experienced dramatic changes in the face of new media technologies, and this remains true today. Among the important trends here are the growth of media options, the empowerment of consumers as content creators, and reorganization in the ranks of media companies as new upstarts replace established firms in importance. Finally, the entire advertising industry was affected by the economic downturn that started in 2008. The pace of recovery has affected different players in advertising in a variety of ways. Print media, such as newspapers and magazines, have not fully recovered, and in the case of newspapers, may never recover. Other media, such as digital and mobile, are surging.